Hello, I'm Dr. Greg Gillen with Human Fusion, and today's book review is going to be on How Full is Your Bucket by Tom Rath and the late Donald Clifton. Of course, Dr. Clifton was with Gallup for many years. He was the chairman of Gallup, and he invented the Strengths Finders assessment, if you're familiar with that, which is a fantastic leadership and management tool in and of itself. This book, I would say, is, as business books go, extraordinarily light reading. You can probably polish this off on an airplane ride of an hour or two length. It's very, very simple to read. Not a lot of difficult concepts at all. So it's not a very sophisticated book. It does have a couple of good strategies, and I'll share those with you, and hopefully this will help. At the very end, it talks about the 5 strategies of filling your bucket. And of course the metaphor here is if we take water out of someone's bucket or take water out of our bucket, that's being a pessimist, that's being negative, right? If we put water into people's buckets or put water into ours, that's being more optimistic, that's positive. And that's essentially the huge metaphor here that this book talks about. Strategy number 1 is simply to prevent bucket dipping. So those tendencies for us to criticize people and to be negative about people and take water out of their buckets, let's stop those types of activities. Let's stop those kinds of conversations. Let's be positive. Let's be edifying when we talk about other people. The old rule is if you have something bad to say to someone, say it to their face. Otherwise, don't say anything. So that's strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 is shine a light on what is right. Now this comes back to the Ken Blanchard phenomenon in 1 Minute Manager, which says catch people doing something right. In this particular book, what they give us at the very end of that particular chapter is what's called a positive impact test. So you can actually take the test, score it, and see how much of a positive impact you have with your team or with your colleagues. And I'll include those questions in the notes section so you can actually do that yourself. Number 3 strategy is make best friends. So this is very hauntingly familiar with the Gallup Q12 engagement survey, which said that if you have a best friend at work, you are significantly more likely to be engaged at work and more productive. Strategy number 4 is to give unexpectedly, which just means that if we are expected to give something and then we give it, it produces a very small gain in the universe. But if we give something unexpectedly to someone, that produces a very huge positive ripple in the universe. And so I think it's a nice idea. The last strategy number 5, is to reverse the golden rule. Now this is a concept that I've actually recently did some training around. The golden rule, of course, states that do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Well, the reversal of that is sometimes called the platinum rule, and it's do unto others as you would have, I've already messed it up. Do unto others as they would have you do unto them. And so it's taking the concept of empathy, walking in their shoes, taking their perspective, and then treating them as they would like to be treated, not as the way you would like to be treated. And so it takes that golden rule strategy and kind of turns it on its head and uses empathy and sort of diverse thinking to come around to a different perspective. So that is really the main thrust, the main concepts of this particular book. And so I hope that you enjoyed that. If you want to pick it up, again, it's a very light read, but I think that we've explained the main concepts here. And if you like these types of book reviews and other management-related videos, please subscribe to Human Fusion. Turn on your notifications, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest management trends that affect your practice. Thank you, and have a great day.